Welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the TNI Network. This is Trent, along with my co-hosts, Alicia, Jaybone, Marq, Bill, and all of us. That's a lot of people. Alicia, Jaybone, Marq, Bill.
Kyle?
Kyle's not here. Kyle's not here.
Steiner math?
Steiner math. 121 2/3% of hosts. But this is the Impact and Access TV Faux Show for April 15th, 2021. What's going on, everybody? Today, any news today, by the way? You guys hear any rumors or shit today?
It was kind of a slow news day.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get right to the show. I don't know if we have any news to talk about.
I feel like we need to have a review just for all the news and then have a review, but we don't have that kind of time. So, but anyway, what's going on, everybody? Everybody in the chat, welcome. We're all here. Everybody's there. There's a lot to talk about. They're all fired up today. Bill, how was your watch along chat? I think it was on fire with
it was. I know a lot of people are still here. Thanks to Truck who jumped in there with me. But yeah, it was a lot going on. Great episode tonight, from the wrestling to the promos. A lot going on. Yes. Obviously, we have the background of all this news going on in the world, and it definitely played a part in the show.
Oh yeah,
so it played a part in the chat.
We own the night.
Big shout out to Truck, who's probably our biggest one of our biggest cheerleaders out there. I mean, this is the guy. So
he's sexy. Man, he's sexy.
Okay. All right, Marq.
Hey, Chuck, you got me, Truck.
You fired up today, Marq? You got a lot going on today. A lot of thoughts.
There's some news bits we should probably talk about, but
are we jumping right in? I mean,
no. We go ahead, Trent. If you have some,
I'm saying the hellos and welcomes. Alicia's emotional. I'm giving her a minute to breathe. There's a lot happening that Alicia's got to deal with.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I do like the Sue Young in the background. I like the changing shirt in Alicia's background is one of my favorite things to keep an eye out for.
I thought you liked that car.
Keep an eye out for that. That's the car too. The car's great.
You can't really see it with the glare, but that is Gizmo driving the Barbie car.
Nice. Very nice.
So that's the Easter egg, listeners and viewers. If you're watching, look for what shirt is over Alicia's right shoulder whenever we're broadcasting. That's an ever-changing shirt.
Mine is always the same.
Yours is always the same background. Jay Bones is his sweet new background. Bill's got British Boot Camp, and I have the dark abyss behind me.
But I do have
working on.
I do have a new jacket on today.
What do you got? What are you wearing today?
But I went with a throwback, but I've never worn it on the show before, but it seemed fitting due to the news today.
Whoa, what do we have? Tell us what it is.
This is Samoa Joe, Nation of Violence.
Wow.
Actual one? That's the one?
The actual one. I'll hold on a sec here.
Look at that. I did like
my
that
black
jacket.
shirt.
Is that a Taurus t-shirt he's got?
It is.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
No shit. That's a cool jacket, man.
Classic.
Wow. Bill ever ready with the merch table.
Bill, you just have the coolest shit.
You do, man. Can we go to your house, just look around?
Can we just look at the museum that is Bill's?
We'll cut an episode from there around Bill's kitchen
live
table.
From Bill's house.
There we go. They have live from Daryl's on Access.
There you go. That's an Access plug for you guys right there. That's awesome. That is really cool that you got that.
And this was from down in Florida, Mania Week. I had to get an Impact Talent shirt.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I bought 2 pieces of merch. I got my Taru shirt to support Impact, and then I got a shirt from Faye Jackson since she was retiring. Got to get support Faye.
Is she done?
She's done.
Oh, okay.
What?
Faye another one, Alicia. How much did Alicia handle today?
Alicia's having a bad month.
What?
Why are all these knockouts going away?
Faye got hurt. She was supposed to, but so right now she just she called us and since she got hurt.
No kidding.
So okay. Oh man.
Alicia can't handle all this, Bill. You're killing her right now.
I'm in a glass case of emotion right now. I just can't handle it anymore.
What's going on here, man? There's a lot happening. Well, let's do the news. It's a split news today, Jay. Are you okay to give up your bit today a little bit? I got it.
Take the news.
Tag team title. Tag champions of the news.
Contact.
I've been all over the place this week. I've been barely trying to get my own shit done on my own podcast, and I've missed. I feel like I've missed a handful of shows on here, even though I know it hasn't been that much.
Just one, right?
Was it just one? It feels like.
Oh no, I missed the other ones. You missed 2. That's why.
Yeah, you missed 2. That's nothing too crazy, Jay. It's not that bad. Could be worse.
There's a lot going on.
Could be Kyle.
My schedule's been flipped on its head, but it's all positive. It's all
Okay,
No worries.
Kyle's here in spirit.
All right, let's do it. Let's get some news going. We got to get that out, and then we got to get to the show. So let's get some news going.
We'll share the news.
Share the news.
Whoever wants to start it, and I'll wrap it up with something huge.
Well, let's start with the jingle
Wing it,
because that's
man.
how we roll.
Yes, the jingle is how you start. Let's go. With the
Hit
jingle.
our music.
Jiminy Christmas.
And now, Marq's, both of their news. It's a shared day. They're the tag team champions of fake wrestling news. Anyway, we're going to kick it off with Marq. So, Marq, be ready, because here you go. Take it away.
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
You like that, Marq? All off the top of my head. All improv. That's all.
I love it. First of all, I have to address Mr. Zach Bonifer, who says I'm trying to pinch Jaybone's bit. Incorrect. Ooh. Incorrect. I was one of only 2 people on this show on Tuesday and ended up with the news. So, anyways.
The only one that does any pinching on me is Mrs. Jaybone. You're all good, Marq.
Okay.
It's been a bangorama.
Wow.
Okay.
Saving all my pinches for Kyle's return. Okay, let's start with
That's hot.
Let's start with the tough one first, and it's the freshest, I think.
Go ahead.
So tonight on BTI, our match was Havoc versus Nevaeh in what now we know was a less than huge blow off to a long running storyline. It appears via tweet and Instagram post that Nevaeh is no longer with Impact Wrestling. She says that every setback is, what did she say? Every setback is a chance for a comeback. So we haven't seen the last of Nevaeh, but we've seen the last of her in Impact Wrestling for now, it would appear.
This sucks. Can I just say that? This sucks.
Absolutely blows.
Yeah.
Especially because I don't feel we closed the gap, the loop on the story even.
No.
Like, I know they had the match, but the feud just started. They never got the tag belt. Wait, out of nowhere. Like, we had no build up to that ending. Like, I just wanted more out of her. I wanted her to get the tag run, then to kind of have this little feud come back to you. I mean, whatever it was. I just feel like it was so like, boom, we're done. Like, shit, what? Didn't see any of that coming. No, so that one hurts.
For so long, I feel like a lot of us were begging Impact to get her on TV. And granted, I'm so grateful we did for the time that we had her, but I'm just gonna miss her so much. Like, what a bummer. I mean, obviously, again, we say with all these teams, once they're on the indies, look out for them in your areas and go support them if you can. Every little bit of support helps in these situations.
It's true. It's very true. Yeah. I mean, go to their pro wrestling tea stores, their indie shows, and she'll announce dates. So I'm glad more people follow her because of Impact now. So she's around. Go follow her. Buy some 8x10s. I'm sure. I think she has not OnlyFans. She has the Patreon also.
Patreon.
Other girls got the Patreon, so maybe she's got one. Support that. Like, help, just throw your love that way. That's what the best you can do right now.
Yeah, she's got merch out there. Go send her some love.
Yeah, much like Reno Scum, this was a shocker, and on the back of just finding out about Reno Scum, it's especially tough.
It's a knife to the heart. I'm not gonna front. Like, I'm just so bummed about this.
More so because we were happy she finally got the TV after so long. It's like, oh, cool, she's on TV now.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't gonna wear any Taya shirts again, but because Nevaeh left tonight and Taya debuted on NXT, I thought I'd give it one more wear, just like for old time's sake. So
I don't like your justification whatsoever, Marq. I want you to change your T-shirt right now.
I was feeling misty-eyed too because I knew Alicia was going to be
north. Yeah. You come in with a shirt like that, we're give you a new shirt.
Yeah.
That's right.
Let me just take it off. All right, let's move on to some happier news. And some of that news, this is not directly Impact news, but it does affect Access Television, which recently announced that they have picked up an all-women's MMA league, Invicta, and that will be bringing MMA back to Access. So we know that Impact is kind of what Access is not built around as a music channel, but it's their leading performer. Maybe this is the beginning of more combat sports coming back to Access, which could also mean more wrestling programs back on Access, which I know a lot of us used to watch. So
there's some significant names on that women's brand of MMA too.
I don't know my MMA at all.
Chris, I don't either, but I know a couple names that are bigger names. Nunes, I believe.
Yeah, she got to start there.
Chris Cyborg is another one.
They're all in this. They're all in this league.
Well, they've been in there. I don't know how many currently go back and forth, but they're the biggest all-female MMA company.
So when do they start in Access now?
I think they did put a date out there.
Ooh, I don't have a date.
Well, either way, it like you said, it's kind of bringing all that combat sport attention to Access. So New Japan far behind at this point? Who knows? I don't know.
That's first thing that popped into my head is wow, in New Japan, might we see him come back?
Okay.
Yeah,
Invicta, is that it? Is that the one?
Invicta.
That's what
Invicta.
Armand's saying in the chat. Invicta. Okay. Cool.
And and how about I hand
21st, Friday, May 21st on Access.
All right.
Invicta 44.
After Rebellion.
Yeah, so just 5 weeks from now.
Okay. There you
All
go.
right. There's a bunch more news. Jaybone, you want to cover the big one? I know you love doing that bit.
Go ahead, Jaybone.
Well, there's a I don't know which there's a couple of
I'm talking about the up north news.
That could potentially downstream everywhere else, right?
Oh,
Right.
yeah. It's
exactly.
like last year all over again. Like, oh, well, let's see. Last year it was between 40 to 50 people that got let go from that little company up north that we don't talk about too much. But it's a significantly less number this time, but it's still the fact that people's lives are changed. So the last number I checked was 10. The count was at 10. 10 people were let go from WWE.
Okay.
If you give me 2 seconds, I can read off the list.
I've got 9 of them.
And while I'm looking up that something literally dropped in my lap while I was driving, almost ran me off the road, and I'll get to that in a little bit. I'm very excited about that.
Good.
All right, so
Take it easy,
this,
Jaybone.
no, I don't.
God.
I don't.
Mojo Raleigh.
Okay, so the list is Samoa Joe, Billy Kay, Peyton Royce, Mickey James, Chelsea Green, Tucker, Kalisto, Bo Dallas, Mojo Raleigh, and Wesley Blake.
Okay. Some decent names on that list. Some former Impact names on that list.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
some women's tag teams on that list. Ready built.
That's the thing that caught me.
Exactly.
That's the money I see.
We got some luchadors. By the way, Kalisto unblocked me. I'm still a fan.
Hey, Jaybone, when you got that news, can I ask a question? Was this kind of like what you were going through when you got that news? Was it something like this where you're just losing all control and you saw those names and everything just hit you all at once and you couldn't control your emotions? And then this happened and then Mojo Raleigh. Oh God. Was it kind of like that, Jaybone?
No, that's the
Kind of
next.
how that bit went.
It's the next piece of news that I started.
That's
doing,
every Checkers visit for him. Come on, man.
I started doing donuts at 65 miles an hour as I was trying to rush home to get on the show tonight.
Oh.
So yeah, and we could talk about this more at another time, or if you want to continue talking about it, it's fine. But yeah, there are some potential names that could certainly arrive here in 3 months' time. Maybe right before another pay-per-view could be announced. Maybe we'll get some hints from a John Barton, friend of the show. Who knows what'll happen?
Could be.
Or we have some intel coming next week on the show. So
Announce it right now, Bill. You already put it out there. Announce it.
Oh yeah.
Who's coming on next week?
the man with all the scoops.
Oh, give me a break.
Give
me a
We'll
break.
be here
George, the Iceman.
with all the intel.
The Iceman.
Hey, what a week after this. So pathetic.
Now, is he going to spill some gossip? Is the Iceman going to come on TNI and spill some tea? Is that
We don't know. We don't know. Well, we'll have to see. The Iceman, he told us about a TV show tonight. It happened. Well, remember, he's the one that broke that initial Havoc and Nevaeh news.
That's very true, actually. God damn it, Iceman. Okay. So Iceman next week, guys. He'll be on the show. Maybe we'll get a scoop or two, huh, Mark? Huh?
Don't start.
I'm not trying to. I'm not
Which
trying
they
to
really
go
played up tonight on BTI.
They did. They're doing it for us. They're doing it to
I think
shoot
they are.
us.
This is like all an in-joke now.
Gia confirmed it. She confirmed it. Absolutely was taken from us.
It's all from us. That every time they say it, they know they're just poking and prodding. It's just a little like wink and a nod to us.
They're getting the pop. They're getting the big pop from the TNI crew.
Right.
Big thanks to the Impact crew who enjoyed our Hardcore Justice review this past weekend. It was me, Alicia, and Bison, and Steve. It was the first, the odd combination of me, Alicia, Bison, and Steve.
Crossover.
Such a crossover, but they liked it. They gave us a lot of praise for that one. So we thank you to the Impact crew for
That was fun. That was a fun afternoon pay-per-view.
Yeah. Alicia went right back to day partying after.
Alicia went back to day napping and woke up at an ungodly hour.
That's awesome. What else we got, guys? News-wise, anything else?
So no, the news that dropped in my lap that I saw that almost ran me off the road.
Oh, can I play the sound? Oh, go ahead.
No, we did that already. No,
it's horrible.
You'll see the video of me doing donuts on the 10 o'clock news.
Yikes.
So Mauro Ranallo apparently is going to be joining the commentary crew at Rebellion. Now,
this is wacky.
I didn't read any official press release. I saw the headline. I don't know any details. Does that mean he's joining?
No, just the main event. Just the main event.
Oh, just one match?
Yeah, just for the main event.
Oh.
Okay, this is clearly con money. This is Tony Khan. I just want him to call him.
That's what my text to you meant, was like they're going all in. Like they're picking out Mauro Ranallo to bring him in. Like,
interesting though.
So for the people who wouldn't necessarily know who this person is.
So for former NXT commentator Mauro Ranallo.
Not even NXT. He made his bones way before NXT.
That's what I know.
Boxing, MMA. He was Strikeforce when Ronda was coming up.
Really?
So he was Ronda Rousey's early career. But he's very, very good commentator. He's one of the best play-by-play guys out there. And he did do New Japan on Access.
That's right.
Okay, that's awesome.
So he has a connection.
Okay.
Maybe that's the future. Maybe we get an announcement
for one match.
And then see me on Access TV all the time with New Japan show every Saturday.
That could be it. I'm surprised though. Why wouldn't he call the Finjuice match then? If he's a new
Maybe
Japan?
He will.
Maybe he will. Maybe he will. Interesting though. I want to see how people feel.
Everything's crazy. Anything can happen now.
Mamma mia, indeed. That's a big one.
Kudos to the ESPN MMA guy that broke that.
Oh, cool.
Early.
Cool.
And then Critical Sting brought it up during the watch along, right after he put it out there. It's like, ooh. Because then all the dirt sheets, I'm sure, grabbed it, but they did not get it. It was ESPN that got it.
I'm just glad it wasn't some, scumbag from a dirt sheet that you're apparently going to do a rant on.
I'm seeing Bell's Boy saying that Aubrey Edwards she ref in the main event.
Yeah,
too?
he said that earlier, and that was confirmed. I wasn't sure if she was going to be the only official or just be maybe a second official. Yeah. But he said during the press conference later that they will have an AEW official. But earlier today, he put out a statement that he's bringing Aubrey Edwards with him.
Dude, I love that. I love that. She's such a great ref. God, she's good. Yeah, that's awesome.
She does all the main events on TV too, I think.
Dude, Rebellion is going to be so big. This is nuts. This is so crazy what they're announcing right now.
This is one hell of a show coming up.
Yeah, this is going to be. I mean, all of us pre-ordered the day it was available, but I can't even imagine for the people that are not diehard Impact fans. This show there's no way you can pass on this show. I can't wait to see what the buys are going to be for this. This is nuts.
Did I mention it's on my birthday?
Yeah, you were begging for people to buy this damn thing for you last week. We haven't forgotten about that, Jaybone. I want to address one quick thing. Critical Sting said in the chat, Joe being freed up before he signs a contract. This is a good time to throw him in the Hall of Fame. Before he gets locked in somewhere else. This is a good time to be like, hey, make a pit stop. Let us throw you into the Hall of Fame since you're not tied in anywhere. And then we'll, let's get that out of the way. Then you can go do your thing. Maybe. Not a bad idea. Maybe we'll see. They still got to induct more people a year. I guess I say that, but I'm not going to go off of that direction.
They only
but
do one a year.
One a year.
Yeah.
Well,
I say it like this. You should put a male, one female, a tag team, an X division, and then a guest or a crew person, like a commentator, announcer, whatever.
Yeah, because you can make the case for Mickey James as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You easy 5 a year.
I heard
the tag team.
I heard they're inducting fans who've been to a lot of shows in the front row into Hall of Fame.
Bill,
Look at that,
So
Bill.
that's
You're a shoo-in. They inducted that guy.
Vlad's a different breed, Vlad.
I heard. Have you met? I heard he's a total prick in person. Is that true?
I've never met him. Like our paths. Like he was probably at some shows I was at, but I wasn't near the front row. Like during the heyday of WCW and WWF, he was front row, and
he's front row in every video I've
I'm in
ever
the cheap
seen.
seats.
But I'll tell you what, everybody in the comments when he got inducted into their Hall of Fame, everybody was like, "That guy's such a fucking prick." Like every time I tried saying hi to him, he's such a dick, and I'm like, "Shit!" Now the truth comes out.
Wow.
I'm like, "Shit, man."
It's not the case. You're ruining my image of Vlad.
No,
Just having fun in the front row.
Either straw hat guy or Faith No More guy goes in, or no dice. That's how it works.
Well, I can confirm because the hat guy from ECW, he's a referee. He's a manager at the local farmers market promotion. I go to.
Amazing. That's
And
amazing.
he's a good guy. He's a very good guy.
John something, right? Is that his name?
Yes, I believe it's John. Oh, I forget.
Yeah, yes, that's cool. Anything else?
He's that guy.
That guy. Any other news?
What? That's not enough for you, Trent?
Oh, the Plex deal. There's that Plex.
Oh yeah.
You guys
We talked
slacking
about that
on
on
news
Tuesday.
when I'm doing your job for you?
We talked about the Plex deal on Tuesday. Where were you, Trent?
Oh, that's not the real news day, though.
That's not the real news day.
That
That doesn't
I
count.
wasn't there.
Yeah, nobody else was there.
Pleasant.
No one was there. It was just me and Trent.
Hey, I was there for a bit.
Yeah,
you're
Bill was in
there
the
for a
chat.
Yeah,
Bill
it
was
was
in
a
the
fun one.
chat.
But so yeah, the Plex app is going to carry access now. Is it?
They started already, I guess. They started tonight.
Okay. Is it access like on demand or is it the live feed?
I think it's the Impact live feed. I think maybe somebody can confirm that has Plex.
That I think I wasn't clear. I didn't really see the press release on it, but Plex is a free app.
I think I have Plex.
Yeah.
Yes,
I have a friend that runs a server on it, but that's all I use it for. But it does a lot of things apparently.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool.
Where is that available? Like worldwide or different?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
So yeah.
Yeah, John Bailey is that guy.
John Bailey. That's it. John Bailey. All right, cool. That's all the news then. That's a lot. Digest that. In the meantime, let's talk BTI real quick. So the BTI match was Havoc and Nevaeh. So we did talk about the Nevaeh release.
great match, by the way.
Yeah,
but the match was cool.
The ref is in the chat somewhere. Daniel Spencer.
D. Spencer in the chat as well. So Daniel, you refereed what is now Nevaeh's last match. For now, I never say never, but man, the Killer Death Machines, man, that's just a bummer. We never got a tag around, but the match was great, right, Alicia? The match was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, these women have such great chemistry together that whether they're with each other or against each other, they're always going to put on a slamming match.
I think Nevaeh is in some of the best shape of her life right now too. She can go walk onto another show.
Her and Jake.
Her and Jake are killing it.
They're into Planet Fitness together.
They are late nights, like 2 a.m. She puts the kids to bed and they go to Planet Fitness at like 2 a.m. and they're posting from there, like rocking it all night long. So, kudos. I love the run. It was fun. It wasn't a full run. I wanted more out of it, but I love that we got her.
We like I said, we begged so long for her. I feel like as in this area that I'm glad we got her.
Yes. Yeah. And this time it was nice to have a run. So we'll see. Look, never say never. Anything can happen. We don't want to say nothing. We don't want to just close the door on this. So anything else to add? Anything else from BTI that we want to talk about? It's pretty much a lot of recap tonight.
I was gonna say it's just a lot of recaps. I personally didn't catch anything out of the norm. So
I didn't see anything
straight to the point.
I didn't either. A lot of recap. The only notes I have are there was a stair spot in the match again.
Yeah.
That's
It must be a sign. Pay attention, guys.
Well, yeah, that was about it. I mean, Iceman did talk about his. He said there's a talk show coming, which we got later on. That's about it. Other than that, nothing really new, revealing or anything like that. So it's pretty much a straightforward recap show.
Mhm.
Wait, so you're saying he was going to be on a talk show? Is that a nod to us? Wait, what?
Maybe next week, Jaybone. There's always next week's Iceman segment where he can hype up where he's going to be after the show. We've been trying to get Iceman for a while. It's a good call, Bill. We can let Mark.
Iceman's fun.
Yeah, that's very nice. All right, so we
Good
opened
peeps.
up. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to have. I like it. He's an interesting character. He's a very interesting character, so it'll be cool to have him. We opened up Impact NXT TV today with TJP taking on Josh Alexander in a complete banger of a match.
Yes.
This is their third match or fourth?
I think
thought
it
it
was
was
the
their
fourth
fourth.
match.
Because TJ said I've beaten you 3 times, I think, in Swingers Palace, right?
Yeah.
But Josh got him here tonight. But this was the Josh wins. But this was a phenomenal match. Like, are we looking? I want to hear from everybody in the chat. Are we looking at the next X Division champion? Let's go around here.
I feel like yes, we are.
Got it right, Alicia. Like,
Been there, but I think I'm pretty sure I've said it in the past as well that it's going around Josh's way sooner than later.
I think he is on fire right now.
Mhm.
Post North, they're setting him up pretty good. I think it's inevitable. There's no X Division match announced for Rebellion, right? They haven't
I'm
announced.
sure there will be.
Isn't there
Yeah, the triple
three-way?
threat. Yeah, Ace,
three-
TJ, and Josh.
It is announced. Okay, it is announced already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good for you.
I was waiting for one of you guys to hit that. Was there any thing to this match though? I mean, if the match is already announced for Rebellion, what's this match? Just a hype for that, pretty much.
A taste of things to come, so to
I guess so.
speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess this was fun though. These two are awesome.
Any reason you can get these guys together in a match, it's good TV.
Yeah.
And they know it because they opened the last time a show with this match, and
Mhm.
that gets it going.
Yeah. Can we just compliment Josh Alexander on his neck strength?
Yeah,
Trying to
holy
catch that
shit.
spot with the bridge
Yes.
and TJ
Yes.
jumping all over him. Like, yeah,
Dude, that guy, he's a
kudos,
beast.
bro. Yeah.
He's a beast.
But he deserves it, man. I mean,
This is also a guy who's broken his neck twice. Let's keep that in mind too. That's the
Crazy.
part that blows my mind. This guy's broken his neck 2 times.
Yeah. And to answer your question, I don't think he's just the next X Division champion. I think he has to be an inevitable world champion at some point.
they could definitely build him to that standard. I see it.
Yeah.
It would be believable. There's a couple of guys right now that could work their way up, and I would believe they belong in that position.
If you put the story in the right way behind him, he's ready now. Like in the ring, in character, he's ready. There's just no story to get him to that
Not
level.
yet.
Right? Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. I mean, you have to definitely build it. It's a while out. You got time.
I'm okay with the pace that they're working with him, though.
Yeah,
Is that
me too.
weird? Like normally, you know me, I'm all about either quick or long pace, but this one seems okay because I don't feel like it's just perfectly balanced.
Yeah. Good call.
We talked about him joining the X Division, and hey, we couldn't ask for more. I mean, he's right in the mix, going for the title shot, and it's a slow pace. There's nothing crazy going on, but the talent in there. I mean, you know, everybody's got their favorites. Love them or hate them. TJP, Ace, Josh. And whoever else they're going to throw in there in the future. I mean, you know, we have former champ like Rohit. Their X Division is just
Stacked.
It's amazing.
Exit. You know, there's Charles in the chat says Josh would be the perfect option C guy. Now that's pretty dope. I didn't think about that. You bring the option C back, that'd be pretty cool. And that's a good guy to do it. So interesting takes. Josh is definitely I like the way Alicia said. The build is right. You don't want to overdo this right to the moon. Like, remember, he's never been on. This is his first TV run last couple of years. So you got him. You're still familiarizing him with people and getting him settled in. Keep doing it. Keep building the brand.
Whatever they're doing with him, I feel like is steadily building him a good fan base and getting people behind him. So kudos.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you have to just slow build because by the time he gets to the title, then it's on fire. Then people can't wait for him to take it. So
yeah, when he's the face of Team Canada 2.0.
that's why. That's what's up. There you go.
He's such a you can seriously call him a homegrown guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it's not like he's just another guy that dropped out of WWE and they threw it on him because he's a name from and they've had that before. They have. Some of them we've loved, some of them, not so much, maybe. But this one, amazing.
Well, they gave Josh's butterfly pile driver a name too, the Divine Intervention. So he's a total package now. He's got a name for the finisher. He needs new music, but I don't want him to get new music because I like the music, man. Man, I love it. Cool. It's perfect for him too because he was always the heavy, tough one, anyways, and it's so dark and like, oh shit, someone's coming to kick your butt, and look, it's Josh Alexander. Like that music's perfect for him.
It is a cool song. I believe he picked it as well because it was his music originally. Because when he, when they were doing the promo video for him to debut, that was the music playing on the video for him. So they just flexed it over to the north when he came in. All right, cool. So we got we get a little teaser for the new knockout, but which is a returning knockout, and they reveal Taylor Wilde. It's her face. She says, "Let's get wild."
I wonder what gave it away.
Yeah, really.
Well, I gotta say this. This is my other takeaway from BTI. Josh, you know me. I'm a big fan of the GOAT. But Josh, when they were referencing, let's get wild. Who could that be? Earlier in the show.
Yeah, seriously.
Come on, Josh.
Just softball, just lob it, underhand softball to everybody. Gosh,
who could "Let's Get Wild" be referring to?
How does everybody in the chat feel about Taylor Wilde coming back?
Good.
Yeah, I mean she's
good. We seem to be on this trend of bringing on old school knockouts, and why not? I mean, granted, sadly, we say goodbye to Jazz in tonight's episode, but we still have ODB occasionally, and why not bring in Taylor Wilde? If she wants to go, let's go.
Former Knockouts champ, former tag champ, so she's decorated. She was never like an indie darling. She made a homegrown. She was made a big splash on an Impact years ago. I mean, over a decade ago. So.
Yeah, if you watch on Twitch, you've seen that probably every week for about 3 months.
It's like they were setting you up for her coming back. I mean, seriously.
She beat Awesome Khan for the title.
Yeah, this was the most unsurprising surprise. I mean, I'm happy about it, but it was an unsurprising surprise.
Yeah, shout out!
It's a year in the making.
The video was cool though. That teaser was kind of sweet, right?
Yeah. Like CBGB look. And all that. She's got like a punk vibe to it.
It's crazy how much
I love Taylor then, so I'm really excited that she's coming back to rock it with our Knockouts division.
Yeah, and her whole new kind of demeanor, a whole new character altogether.
We're gonna see a whole different Taylor Wilde, I believe, and that's exciting.
Yeah, she's still pretty young too, because when she started, she was like, I remember like looking back, she was like 22 at the time. Mm-hmm. So she's like she's still like just in her mid 30s right now.
Yeah,
she's definitely still able to do all this without a problem. So I'm psyched for it.
I'm excited.
She's still got a lot. She's probably still got a lot of bumps on the card too.
Yeah, what are you gonna say, Jay?
I was going to say, that's one thing that we could say with pride about this brand is people that they bring back, even guys like Johnny Swinger, none of them stink up the joint as far as like veterans. They've all brought something positive, no matter how much or little, to the table. Yeah, from Tommy to Jazz to Swinger to
you guys swing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, he heard you. He heard
Rhino. I mean, the list goes on and on. We can't complain.
They're great about maximizing that dollar for talent.
You got a nice healthy balance of veterans and new folks. Just a good balance. You need leaders back.
You're getting the veterans, you can still go.
That too.
That's pretty important. It's like you can bring back anybody, to be honest, for a pot, but like to get people who can still kick ass in the ring, that's a super bonus.
That's a huge point.
Storm, Rhino, EY, all these guys can still
go.
Top level.
And what the hell is within the Impact water? I'm not giving Impact all the credit, but all these people look better in their prime.
That's so true, yeah.
No disrespect to their youth or anything, but Jesus, everybody's so jacked. I'm all over here in my winter sweatshirt. Like, oh boy.
Like
I gotta lift some dumbbells or something. Like, keep
Rhino's
up.
the one that always gets me. I feel Rhino's looked the same for 20 years. It's legit. He doesn't age.
He doesn't age.
Yeah.
That dude's fountain of youth somewhere because he looks exactly how he did in ECW when he was like 24. I don't know how that works. That dude is constantly in amazing shape.
You keep your face
good face regimen.
It must be.
Well, I think you just keep the hair in front of it.
In your 30s, you got to be lotioning up, guys.
I'm very.
I know it's a lady thing, but dudes, trust me.
I am all about it. Alicia, I've jumped on with the serum now. I do a nightly serum and a moisturizer over the serum. I'm all over.
Face mask there.
Cucumbers on the eyes.
I've been not cucumber. I do a face mask once a week. I mean, Bill, look at these. Look at these pores.
Don't wash your face with soap. Buy an actual face something.
That's right.
Because soap is very drying, people.
Well, I see no difference. That's a good point.
You go see that? Yeah, you see that? That's that nice jawline too. It's under here somewhere.
Oh man, that hair.
Hey, it was the 90s.
Man. How long did you have to sit with curlers, bro?
Hours. No phone in that. I had no phone to play with either. It was all magazines.
Was it permed? Like, did you perm it?
Fully permed out. Me and the girls at the salon talking about their grandkids and who's a jerk and this and that. But I was probably reading the Maxim, or what was in at the time? Stuff magazine.
Stuff. Details magazine.
Details, Stuff, and Maxim.
Those are the three. They were like the cool magazines. Rip.
Anyway.
Come on, FHM or bust. Get it. Come on.
That's right. FHM was the other one. He's right.
Hey, somebody needs to Zach Morris this shit quick.
Yeah, we got very sidetracked. So back to the review.
I was supposed to give Mark
Taylor Wilde pro.
This is a bunch of crap. This just sucks.
Take it or teach. I mean, it's at least beauty tips with Alicia too. That's a bonus to all this.
And I was gonna throw in talking about bringing back throwbacks that don't stink. It's not like Hogan bringing back the Nasty Boys who couldn't even walk on the show.
And I want my pizzles back.
No, he's a good throwback. Who hit that one? He's the throwback we like.
No, it's like it's because the Nasty Boys couldn't even walk because they were on the pizzles.
Oh, the Jaybone with the implications. All right, next match was Crazy Steve with Decay in his corner versus Karl Anderson and Doc and Gallows in his corner. So this one was so last week we had Doc and Taurus last week, and now it's Steve and Anderson. So they're no milking this out. This is still going. Yeah. This whole feud is still going on. And it's just, I mean, clearly it's placeholder because Good Brothers already have their match at Rebellion. So this is just kind of bridge them over to Rebellion, right? Steve, I think, you know what? I got to say, no disrespect to Karl. I think Steve stole the show on this match. I think Steve looked great.
He looked good.
He was all over the place. That dude, he's underrated for how good he can go. Honestly, he is so underrated. I know Alicia's a huge fan.
It's easily forgotten that he was like the major championship at what was that, TNT or something? It's a Tennessee promotion.
Yeah, Crimson's promotion.
Yep.
So if they had faith in him at that level, you have to imagine that he has the caliber to rise to that star level. Like I said, there's a bunch of guys, like you don't really think about it, but there's a bunch of guys on our roster who could easily transition into the main title position, even if it's temporary. Like they're very versatile.
They are. Steve's one of them. He's a great utility player. Like you just put him in against anybody, he'll figure it out. And he'll make a good match out of it. It was good. It was real good. He hit like an awesome flatliner at one point, which looked really badass. He's great, man. Like I just think he's a story where he's not going to get to feature out often like this, but when he does, he takes advantage of it. So I like that.
Absolutely.
Karl, I think Anderson won. Was it a spine buster, Mark? Was it a spine buster?
Sure was. Yep, with the spine on the pine, Anderson.
What is that? His finish? Am I missing something? Is that his usual?
Gun stun is his finish, right? Normally, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure why the spine buster ended up finishing Steve off. I thought it was kind of weird too.
When you go back to the 2012 G1, he may have used spine buster in at least one or two matches.
He probably used one on Naito or Okada for a win in the 2012 G1. I would guess, where he was a finalist. Yeah, you're right, Bill.
Howdy ho, brother.
Where did that? God, can we get that sound bite back? Where did that inside joke start with him always referencing the G1? Where is that from? Like, is that something
I
they
think he's
did
been
in
doing it
Japan?
since 2012.
Yeah.
Has he really? Oh, geez. No, I mean, I never saw him do a spine buster before, but that was a finish. It was just again, I think just kind of a placeholder thing to get them
A little
over.
predictable.
Well, he does
Yeah.
do it in setup matches and when they tag. Like I've seen him do a spine buster
for a long time.
A ton.
Yeah.
But it's not usually the finish. Not usually the finish. But it was a great spine buster.
It was.
He stuck it pretty good. Art Anderson down south, your heart out.
I love it when they use old school simple stuff like that. It's just so many like insane finishers out there. It's like to just bring it back to old school, something simple. Look at Brian Myers, the freaking like I forget what he calls it. What's it called? The roster cut.
Roster cut.
It's like the clothesline from hell. I love it. It's yeah. See, Oreo loves it too.
Oreo loves it. It's got a great name.
She is losing.
I do like the roster cut. That's a great name.
It is a great name,
especially today. Man, he hit that today. Especially today of all days.
Fitting.
Jesus Christ, what a day.
Yeah.
So no, Karl wins. The Decay. I think you'll maybe get one more match out of it or something. Maybe get a full on tag next week, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Then you got your pay-per-view after that. So okay.
Yeah.
The next segment was Swingers Palace. This is Ace Austin and Fulton come in. Austin asks Johnny Swinger who's betting on him to retain his championship. What are my odds? And I think Swinger says his odds weren't good, right? He told him his odds were not great. And then Bravo says TJP's odds are higher. And then Austin's or Josh Alexander's, and Josh walks in and he's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I clearly am the odds-on favorite. They're arguing over who beat who. But then Petey Williams comes in and does the Steiner Math promo, word for word. Does the entire Steiner Math promo. He's fat! Out of nowhere, Petey Williams just walks on to the set. It was like,
I love this. And it's the maple muscle. Muscle.
It was
I was
great.
cracking up.
I was really hoping he would say no. I don't know why in that whole Steiner Math promo, the one line that always gets me is when he talks to Joe and he's like, he said the line is your odds drastically go down, but it sounds like he's saying your odds drastically go down. I don't know why I always laugh at that. Your odds drastically go down. And I was really hoping that Petey would have said it just like that. I don't know why that line stands out.
Shout out to Lish looking at Ace and going, "You again."
Oh, that was good.
I missed this whole part.
It must be rewatched.
But
you have to rewatch it.
But the best was the zoom in reactions while everyone's doing it, and the hard cam reaction is just you just notice everyone's still, but Johnny Swinger eating it up in the background. He's like, yeah.
Oh, so he
was doing what we were all doing because we were all marking out for it.
Right.
You're right. The Lish thing was great because she's like, oh, you again. It's like, well, it's good to see you again. And she's like, oh God, not this. It's funny because we did throwback and Swingers.
Bang his wife.
Swingers on throwback as like a monster heel, and he's like doing a promo. He's like, you people don't care about me, blah blah blah, and he's all like angry. And I'm like, it's so funny to see him as an actual heel, and then now as Swing Man. Just great. You guys say something, Alicia?
Yeah. So my question is, so did Sue just bring Lish back to the casino, or like were we forgetting that Sue kidnapped Lish? Like,
oh yeah.
4 days ago,
5 days ago, yeah.
Wow.
So did because wait, I have so many questions. So all right, Susan is okay. She's normal. I don't know what's up with that. I have more questions in regards to that. But why is Sue brought Lish to the casino? I guess.
Yeah. Holy shit! Yes. For those who don't recall, Hardcore Justice, Sue Young carried Lish out
of the match. Not after the match. During the match.
And disappear with her. So now, this is interesting.
Okay, so the tunnel through the undead realm ends up in Swinger's Palace.
Oh. Okay.
I
don't know where I'd be without your wisdom.
Swingers Palace is really just a cover for the Undead Realm.
Exactly. We've
It's like
solved
a get
it.
rich scheme.
I like.
Everybody loses but the house.
There's like a hole in the floor with a cheap area rug over it. And you
I
just
like
pull that up.
Critical thing says Swingers Palace is the respawn point of this whole game. That's great. That's
So basically,
great.
Allie's going to show up in Swingers Palace.
Shit, man, that's funny. That's a continuity thing. Does it get explained?
It was just one of those things that just so happened to be filmed out of order. And next week, or maybe whenever we see Sue, Young, and Alicia again, it'll be continued. But I noticed that, and I just have so many questions.
That's a good call out because, man, that's
I paid
interesting.
attention. See,
Jimmy Jacobs is watching this and he's like, "Oh shit, scratch."
maybe not to the things I probably should be paying attention, but I see things.
Meow, meow, meow. That's how I feel too.
Me
He
too,
ain't
Jimmy.
happy.
Yeah,
He's
same.
not happy. He's like, I don't know why I missed that. And so like Jim Jacobs just freak out about it by at home, just punching walls.
But they make a statement like, "You're still here." Like there you go. There's your answer.
Yeah.
How'd she get here? But she's still there.
Yeah,
Will be explained later.
Yeah. Now we've called it out. Now
Decided.
they got to clean this up somehow. I got to clean this mess up somehow.
Scott just slowly turns and looks at Jimmy like, "Damn."
I have the runs.
Asleep at the continuity board last meeting, huh? But we'll see how they fix that. Maybe they can dig themselves out of that one or explain it, one or the other.
This is the good stuff.
There's your explanation.
Those guys look familiar.
They do. After the break, Eddie Edwards and Willie are in the ring, and there's something to say. Eddie begins by saying he knows as an athlete you'll win some, you'll lose some, but he's not happy about how Violent by Design handled everything and took out Tommy. VBD comes out, and basically Eric's like, he's like, "Hey man, normally I'd be very proud to tell you I took him out. I'm the one who did it, but actually it wasn't us this time." So, and Eddie doesn't believe him. He's like, "No, step in the ring and fight us." So right there, Violent by Design is already telling you it wasn't them. So this is another story, which we do get later on. We get the reveal today on what this was too. But they go to brawl. Violent by Design descends on these two. Storm's music hits. He runs out. Beer guns out there with Saban. Evens the odds. 8-man brawl. Violent by Design retreat. And then they propose the 4-on-4 at Rebellion. So there's your big setup. 4-on-4 at Rebellion. Good
Which
guys,
we know
bad
it won't
guys.
be those four.
You don't think so?
Well, Eric.
EY can't. Yeah.
That's
So
right.
we'll have to have a new member of Violent by Design before Rebellion.
Or at Surprise at Rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How does Eric? Because Eric, the match next week is already taped. I know that against Eddie, because Eric on his Twitter even said, "I wrestled 2 more. Eddie was the last one. Eddie and him, before they discovered he was hurt." But yeah, do we do a new member, or does he kind of do one of those things where he hangs out on the outside?
Risky business.
Yeah.
Cue Tom Cruise.
People have done it though. People have done it.
At his age with such a big injury, I would hope he just gets it fixed and can come back. Like, I don't want any risk for that. They can ride around it.
Yeah. I mean, did he say what it was?
Bringing that guy.
Man, Scott just posted a tweet implying he'll bring in Joe for his anniversary. Jesus Christ.
Violent by Design, Nation of Violence.
Man.
Coach D'Amore is on the move on the Twitter box tonight.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Put that one back up.
Yeah, this guy's available. I'll be seeing him next month.
He's back on the indies. And his attitude would fit Violent by Design.
It really would.
Opposite of Eddie, too? Not a bad.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
They play him turning on Eddie every Twitch break too. So that's another one to think of. So yeah, I think you're right. And what do you guys think in the chat? Do we get a new Violent by Design member at Rebellion?
Yes.
Somebody?
Yeah.
This was said in the chat by somebody else to watch along earlier. It's just I would not have expected it, but maybe that beer bottle shot from years ago still there.
Yeah, it still hurts. That's a good one. I don't know. At this stage though, is he good to turn heel? I mean, you gotta get a couple more matches out of the guy. I don't know. That could be too. But you don't want to see that though. You don't want to see him. You want to see like the team up with him and Storm. I was really hoping to be him on this team,
but that he's not now. Maybe they found the injury and they had to change things up.
That could be, man. That could very well be. This could go a couple ways. There's a lot of options here, and yes, definitely in the chat. Sound off who you'd like it to be, who you think it could be. This could be an interesting take. What direction they go with it. I'm sure Eric will be out there though. I'm sure he'll be on the outside, maybe playing the manager.
I'd
he can still talk.
Throw a vote in for another veteran to come back, or not come back, but debut.
Who do you got?
The
Chris
mastermind
Hero.
behind the.
Oh, always Chris Hero.
Chris Hero for Bound by Design?
Perfect.
We need a hero, Trent.
Bound by Design needs a hero. I would love Chris Hero to come in. It's funny. He didn't work. He worked some Explosion in the old days, but he never worked Impact. Somehow it avoided him. I don't know how. I would love Chris Hero to come in. He'd be great. Backstage, D'Amore doesn't want Knockouts champion Deonna and Susan to come ruin Jazz's retirement ceremony. And Deonna says they won't. We're not going to do that. So, I do love Deonna asking Susan, "Are you okay now? Are you all right after last week? After her conniption dancing? That dance was great. The lyrics to the music is what I keep pointing out. The Susan's dancing.
It was the number 5 social media moment of the week on BTI.
So good. The lyrics to the music are, "I'm a powerful woman. I can do what I want." And I'm like, this is so Susan. Where do they find that song? It's so great. We go to the talk show segment, and it's been revealed it's Tennille Dashwood. It's her talk show segment, all about me. But it's different where every guest is the interviewer and she's always the subject, which I think was a funny little twist. So Gia Miller comes in, and she kind of looks confused, and she's like, "Wasn't this the same location as locker room talk?" She's like, "No, I don't talk." She's like, "No, it's all about me." Yep. She's like, "Oh, never mind." So it's it's pretty okay. We've been hard on Tennille, on a lot about her,
Yeah.
her character, everything. But no, come on, take it easy. We've been hard on the character, but she actually was really good here, man. I gotta say, she was funny here. Go ahead, Mark. Elaborate on it.
Man, Tennille's just been kind of on the upward trend. I think I kind of, at least a little bit, speak for all of us. She came in on a real low opinion. Didn't really get a lot from her at the beginning, but she has continued since she left and came back to turn it around. This is another evolution. I love her character. It's perfect for the old locker room talk set, which I didn't realize how much I missed. And could we get a better first guest / host than Scoop, who ended up hosting in Tennille's segment, which was weird as hell.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I mean, I did like that she took a shot at Scoop, and she's like, "I know you don't have a lot of experience in front of the camera." Come on. It was funny.
Yeah, it was good.
Anything else? Any other takeaways from this? I thought she just basically hyped her match against Deonna at Rebellion. What's interesting? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I did like how she talked about her place in the women's revolution and kind of gave a brief history of time sort of deal, and how she's never been the Knockouts champion, and that is something she always wanted to. So she kind of tied it in with her history. So that was some good stuff, I thought.
Kind of letting you know it is the one thing that's eluded her, right?
That there's a reason, yeah, because she has been kind of aimless. So
it's true.
Although with the releases today, we were talking about in the watch along, Tennille with Billy and Payton, that would Australia. Be like a new, Team Australia, new version of the Beautiful People. That would that'd be something there. That would skyrocket her. And she's already a star. That type of storyline, tag team / stable of we're better than you, very beautiful people. She's kind of got a little Beautiful People type gimmick right now.
She does,
but that would be in a social media influencer way.
It would work. It would absolutely work. And
it would be over.
Yeah,
over
bring
like
the
over.
Absolutely, and bring the Iconics in, please.
Are they good? I don't know anything about. We need knockout tag teams. Bottom line,
they're gold. The Iconics are absolute gold. Billy Kay is one of the most hilarious people I've ever seen in wrestling.
Really?
Absolutely, bring them in. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
It's just so sad what they've been doing with Billy Kay over the last several months. See, I know. Yeah. See, Oreo's pissed off too. She can't believe this shit. But at least she's free and clear now.
Yeah, it's not like Peyton's been excelling, so this is a great opportunity for both of them.
Okay, cool. Let's see what happens. I'm curious if anything comes of it, but we need Knockouts tag teams. Bottom line.
Yeah.
So whatever we need to do to get Knockouts tag teams. All right. The Jazz retirement. A lot happened right here. This was a ton of shit. This is one of Alicia's emotional moments tonight, I will say. Her speech was pretty heavy, though. Her speech was pretty heavy, I gotta say. I did not see Fire and Flava come out, and I did not think that was going to happen.
I didn't see it coming. Yeah,
that whole segment, I was like, "What? Like, what the hell?" Okay, so am I the only one? When she's implying, "I wish we got the tag team title run. I wish we could have done more. I let you down, Jordan, but I had a great time." And then Fire and Flava come out, tag belts, start mocking her, and then then Daniel Spencer in the chat comes in and says, "Hey, you gotta have a match. You're in. You're booked." I thought that was gonna be a tag title match. I thought that was the happy moment. Like, you're getting it now. Like one more run.
I thought so at first. Then like a minute in, it's like, wait, Daniel Spencer never lifted the titles or anything.
I know.
So, but at first it's like, oh yeah, title change.
Shout out to TNI referee Daniel Spencer for throwing his weight around and making that match.
How about that, huh? He couldn't stand no more.
Dude, this is continuing a long feud of referees with Fire and Flava, because let's not forget that they still owe toll money. So
toll money. Hey,
gotta pay the toll.
That's right.
The troll toll.
How come he hasn't used that? Gotta pay the toll.
Well, when he goes full heel, that'll be his gimmick. Is you gotta pay the toll.
There you go.
The toll. I didn't catch it until even at the end when they won the match. I was like, shit, they got the titles, and then no, they just raised the hand, and I'm like, wait, that's it. But I love that she continues the speech.
Yes,
like that was some of the most boss shit I've ever seen. She was like, as I was saying, and I was like, shit, that is
actually like, as I'm saying,
yeah.
I love that.
This was awesome.
I thought that was really great. Really nice send off for Jazz.
Yeah,
we could have got her for the time that we did.
Yeah,
same. I loved the little impromptu street clothes match and Tasha laying down, and this was great. I got a little misty eyed, like the whole locker room out at the end, and it was awesome. This was a great segment. It was my favorite segment of the night.
It was nice. It was real nicely done. Big tribute, whole locker room. And then after, I think, is it right after this when she's backstage?
Yeah, it was too quick.
Yeah. So they win the match, Jazz and Jordan, then they finish, they do the official retirement. And then Scott D'Amore he's pissed at Fire and Flava backstage first and about their disrespectful attitude, and he says they're gonna defend their Knockouts Tag Team Championships at Rebellion against Jazz and Jordan Grace at Rebellion. And Jazz says, as much as I'd like to be a part of that match, I'm a moment of my word, and I'm retired. I'm done. So, but I have someone in mind who's going to take my place and be Jordan's partner. That was interesting because I was like, wait a minute. Because I right away was like, oh, they're going with the one more match. That's it. One more run. There's cat ass on the screen.
Yeah, if only Rob Van Dam would have done that.
We would have been booted off of Twitch. Thanks, RVD.
But who do you guys think? Who's going to be the mystery partner? I want to hear from everybody in the chat, too. What do you guys think?
I think there's two parts to this, actually. So, one, there's the mystery partner. And two, this segment made it extremely clear that Jazz is welcome to still be around. Maybe she's just not going to wrestle. Like, I could see Jazz managing Jordan and whoever it is that comes in. Like, we know a few names that were at tapings. Those seem the obvious picks to me, right? Like Taylor Wilde, Rachel Ellering. One of those would be my guess.
I wouldn't want it to be where Rachel Ellering comes in and all of a sudden gets a tag team title.
Yeah,
I do not want that.
They just seem easy because I know that they were there.
Yeah,
you know? But
I don't want to go there. I want to go off the board.
Okay,
that's more exciting.
Yes. Well, I think that there's two off the boards. One is Jordan has been pushing for Lufisto forever. So that would be great to give her that chance at a pay-per-view. The other one I'm thinking, once again, because like they're there forever, they show us the Brooke Tessmacher clips. She has said she wants to do like one, maybe even just one match. And that could be a great one-off if Fire and Flava are holding the belts. And you got a Texas connection.
Yeah,
that's a big one, the Texas connection.
But this is my, I'll give you my full booking right now.
Oh, man, here we go.
It's Brooke. Like, I'd like to see Lufisto, but I think it's Brooke and Jordan. But, and you guys are right. Jazz comes back to manage, but she comes back for Fi and Flava.
What?
Whoa,
no way.
Double bell on that one.
Yeah, I'm actually going to approve the double bell on this one. Ding him again.
That's a huge. That's another one. That's a Bill. I think you just blew the people's minds.
I don't know about that.
Got blown back after that one.
Like a heel Jazz.
I don't
know.
Because she cost her a career, Jordan.
I mean, the setups, it's a classic wrestling setup, you know. You lost. We didn't get the tag belt because Jordan got pinned, right?
It was your fault, Jordan.
It's your fault I never got that text. She emphasized, I really wish you had that tag title run, you know? And it's like, it's your fault.
We definitely got to start establishing some tag teams, though.
We have to. This has gotten too far without a change or just another team. No matches.
Well, and now Nevaeh's just gone completely.
Yeah, that.
I mean, so we really are again looking thin. You know,
real thin, man. This is getting to be a little tough now to do. This is what killed this division before. And even then, they had way more tag teams. They had a lot of tag teams before, so this is going to be rough. And I think unless we start really establishing some teams and getting them out there, having at least a defense every week or two.
I'm sure they've got a plan, but sometimes I worry that certain storylines fall wayside to others.
Mm-hmm.
And that might not necessarily be the best for everybody.
Yeah. Not for this. Yeah, I think we got to be careful with this, though. We'll see.
Well, we're down to 7 or 8 knockouts now, and I know that they'll be bringing people in, but you're looking at two belts being supported by a division of 7 people.
That's nothing. Yeah,
it's not possible. Yeah, not for much longer like this.
That's a really good call. 7
Some interesting names in the chat, though. They were tagging for a while, Tessa and Jordan during that first run. Remember, they wanted to go after the North's titles.
A lot of people are still holding on for this Tessa return.
It's not going to happen, people.
I gotta agree on that. I just don't see it happening.
I'm almost shocked. So many people want it because I see it all day long on Twitter. People just want the Tessa return. I don't know. I'm kind of shocked that many people still want it. But hey, teach his own. I don't know.
Remember, she had a rocket strapped to her.
She did, man.
If you're the Impact fan base, she was like Roman Reigns or John Cena to this fan base.
True.
So you can't blame them. You can't blame them. They were fed Tessa on a diet. So it's kind of tough to go off the diet sometimes.
Yeah. What were you saying, Alicia?
I forgot.
Something about Tessa.
Something about Tessa.
I guess it's not important.
Something about Tessa. Perfect. All right,
there you go.
Which one's Jay?
That too. Right. Next one was a pick your poison. Cardona comes out and he tells Myers that he's picked his opponent for the night. Well, actually, was Myers out first? I don't know if I wrote this down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Myers came out first and then Cardona.
Okay, so Myers out there. He was talking, right? Just talking about everything just going on right now, Cardona and everything. And then Cardona comes out. He announces he's picked Myers' opponent for the pick your poison, and it's going to be Jake something. So Jake comes out, just big hoss, just hossing it, but just hossing it all the way. I mean, he was, he's big, he's huge guy. So yeah, I mean, it was pretty straightforward. Myers, it was a short match though. Myers wins. Myers won with the roster cut. Again, a very tough name for a finishing move right now today, but I do like that Jake's using that black hole slam though. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool that he's doing that. But after that, he announces Myers announced that he's picked for He announced his pick for Cardona. He warns Cardona that it's hard to see in the dark, and when the ambush comes, the lights go out. I see you, Sami Callihan, and that goes to Sami Callihan and Cardona after that. So I was confused at this part because Mark was texting me, and I was like, wait, so Sammy's with Myers, or like, what is this? Like, is the Trey thing done? Like, where did this go? Which we find out later it wasn't, but purely
Look at
just
this dumbass.
That's how I felt, because purely it was just him picking Sami to have this match. That's all it was.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, Myers' kind of established thing is that he doesn't have any friends, so he has to pay people to help him.
Yeah.
So,
and I forgot.
And Sami is a mercenary type.
Yeah,
You totally can get that. So you can make it work.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna say Cardona and Sami was a pretty damn good match.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
This was
Cardona's a good wrestler, and it's Sami Callihan. So.
It's Sami
One
Callihan.
of my notes.
Yep.
Liquid lightning.
Yeah. My
Liquid
note,
lightning, baby.
my note said, "I love this match. I want to see a feud between these guys." This is a really good match.
There's so many matchups I feel like we have yet to see in Impact, and that is definitely one of them.
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel like
this was good. Though. Go ahead.
It's kind of we always come back to this with Sami. I mean, he's reliable on every level. Like, he's reliable as an employee and as a company guy for Impact. He's reliable, in the ring. He's reliable putting people over. He's reliable in segments and backstage. He is like the Dean Malenko, Jerry Lynn for our company now, for Impact Wrestling right now. So you can put him anywhere. And you texted me and you were like, I don't, this doesn't make any sense. And, I agree. But look at what a great match we got. And all I want to do is see more of it now. Sami Callihan can do anything, anywhere on the card. This man is a genius. I know he doesn't need a belt, but seeing this tonight just kept reminding me that he hasn't had a belt in a long time.
Needs one.
He
doesn't need one. But I'd love for him to have one. He's so good.
Right,
he's so good. He doesn't need a belt. Sami Callihan is clearly the best heel around and doesn't need some shit to say it. But it would be cool to have a belt, because his run was not good.
That's not how you handle your business. Calm down. Don't do this.
Take it easy, Mark. You're just getting a little crazy there. I just want to bring it back down to earth for a second.
Okay, sorry, I was just getting into Sami. I can't do the voice. I'm not even going to try. But man,
no, I like that.
I've been high on Cardona too, though. So this is two guys.
Many things.
This is true. I'm high all the time, but
this Cardona.
This is the good stuff.
So those two guys look so familiar around Gamma. I
don't know who they are.
I feel like I've seen them before, but I don't know.
I thought that this segment almost put Sami back in the corner of our eye to say, you know what, this could be your next step back to the main event now, because it's a high profile place to be back, especially he's like a dual feud kind of thing with doing the trade thing. He's kind of messing with, gets a big win over Cardona. It was a pretty big win over Cardona. So
I was shocked.
That was huge. So Sami beats Cardona. I mean, it's a nice position to be in. I think this was a nice step back up for him a little bit. It's like, cool, you're in a featured spot.
Can I ask an unrelated question, but it's an Impact question? Does Sami remind you of someone like, say, Jeff Hardy, where it doesn't matter if he has a belt, he's always going to be the most overdue no matter what?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those guys. Like, he's one of those guys that just does not need it. It's icing on the cake if he has it.
He's such magic. Like, hearing people seeing the comments in chat, it's like, man, we need more Callihan. Even though he's been featured a lot, he hasn't been featured at the top in like that key pivotal role at the top of the card since Tessa. So I don't know. I guess I'm just feeling it's time.
Yeah, I think friend of the show, enemy of mine personally, I guess you could say. But he No, I mean, we love Sammy. I think he's one of the absolute greatest in the game today. From a psychology standpoint, from everything, the guy gets it.
And what happened to his nail? Did his
nail
really
lose a nail?
What happened to the nail? Yeah,
it's in his eye.
Yeah, I like how they played that though. Striker was right on it.
So if you go back, it looks like he hit the back of Cardona's head. I think, like jammed it maybe, and it caused the nail to come up. That's what it looked like. Yeah, it was bad. It was gross.
Hey, I've lost a couple nails. That's not pleasant. So kudos to Sammy.
The fact that he didn't pass out, ripping a nail off the bed is like the worst.
It was bad.
And then he cut the promo like nothing happened. It's like
finger.
Forget Brian Myers. He's very professional.
He is.
You don't think that about Sammy, but he is.
Yeah, this was some old school pre-pandemic Sammy Callahan pulling out the nail out of the bed and like putting it to his face. And, oh man, this was.
we're gonna lose a co-host.
It was pretty gnarly.
She made it through Nevaeh, but she can't make it through this Sammy segment.
It was pretty gnarly,
dude. It was, and the fact that they played into it so perfectly. He used it, bent it on Cardona's eye, and ripped it out. Oof. That was tough. That was tough, but I liked it a lot. I think he was great here. Sammy was just on fire, but the whole segment was just Sammy. It was Sammy doing that win, and then the Trey thing. Now Trey comes out, and then he plays into. He talks about Trey. They're discussing the whole him trying to still mentor Trey. He reveals. I love this. The reveal Sammy does. About how he's like, do you think it's a coincidence you got put in that main event that you took that opportunity? I'm proud of you. You took the opportunity. Who do you think gave you that road? You think it was a coincidence Tommy Dreamer got taken out, and he reveals he took out Tommy at Hardcore Justice, which I thought was great. I didn't see it coming. I didn't think it was Sammy.
I thought Tommy was faking it, especially because we saw him lift his head right before the segment cut.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Alicia caught us before the segment cut.
He was just like playing because he didn't want to wrestle.
Because he was just such an awkward spot. Like, okay, we done, but no, it was cool. It was good that he revealed it to give Trey the moment, and Trey took it, and then he propositioned Trey again. Hey, let's team up. Let's do this together. And no dice. Trey turns him down. They start brawling, and I believe he did the lethal suplex through the chair. Right? Was it through a chair afterwards? Like he didn't set him up. He just kind of beat the shit out of him and left him laying. So that match is now set up for Rebellion, Trey and Sammy.
Last man standing.
Standing. So this is it. This feud is. I noticed the chair barely bent too when he threw Trey on top of it. That chair
that hurt my lower back. Jeez.
That's one move I don't know how people pull off sometimes, because that spine of that chair, if that hits you in your spine, you're fucking gone.
Probably buy that on eBay right now too.
That's probably going to be up there. The Impact eBay store, which we were in the middle of the Hardcore Justice review, and Impact sent me an email right in the middle, like, we need you to announce this on your show right now. And it was like the listing of all the items going to eBay. And it was a ton of stuff, half of which is at Bill's house right now. Bill, what'd you end up with? You got any bids going on?
It got a little pricey. I got in there, but it was getting a little up there. I was ready to get the toaster just to make some toast on the show.
The toaster's.
I'm going to plug it in and make some toast.
Do you think the toaster worked?
I was going to give it a shot.
I'd love if the toaster worked.
You sure you want that toaster after they might have left some DNA in there or something?
Well, wait, what?
I don't know. It was a bloody toaster.
Hey, you ever go out to eat at a restaurant, Jaybone?
Yeah, that's true.
No comment.
Could be worse. Been to Checkers a couple times. I know that. But no. But that was the last show segment, and then we go to the press conference. I think that was it, right?
Finjuice promo.
What do we have? Oh, we had a vintage promo here.
Finjuice promo, yeah.
Yeah, we had the Finjuice promo
all the way from New Japan.
Yeah,
just hyping the match, right?
Yeah, but one thing to note. Finley is wearing a New Japan Pro Wrestling tracksuit. On AEW, we have seen several tracksuits. We are all aware of the Impact tracksuits. Follow the tracksuits, people.
Follow the tracksuits. Can we get tracksuits? Ingrid always said no. Can we need tracksuits?
No, but we could get TNI tracksuits.
Should we?
Ingrid can't tell us what we can do with our own TNI tracksuits.
We need TNI tracksuits. Bill, you got a source? You got a tracksuit guy?
Oof.
I actually do have a tracksuit guy.
Wait, you got a tracksuit guy?
I own a marketing agency.
Right,
of course, I got a tracksuit guy.
Can you price out some tracksuits for
me? Yeah.
I really want a tracksuit. I would love a fucking.
I could look into it.
All right, Mark's on it. TNI tracksuit. Right. We'll make our own goddamn tracksuit. Right. We're gonna do it.
That's all right.
So, Finjuice.
Speaking of merch, though, Trent, because some people don't stay to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
there is a brand new T-shirt out for TNI. You might have to wait on the tracksuit, but you don't got to wait on a T-shirt. And there's a discount right now.
There is 20% right now. Plug it middle. We gotta do mid-show plugs. Plug that real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's 20% off. I don't know if you have it right there. Is it spring? I believe is the code.
Spring
fling. Yep.
Oh, the whole spring fling. Okay.
Yeah.
I used it on Wednesday.
And it's good till Saturday. I believe 1 Eastern, noon Central is usually how it goes. But definitely get in there, get the new Juan of the Dead design, TNI logo. So yeah, check that out. Add that to the I believe it's $150, gets you free shipping. So buy them for everybody. And buy some other wrestlers merch. Buy other wrestlers merch.
There you go. There's been some orders already. Thank you guys who ordered the new Owl and Mike t-shirt by Juan of the Dead.
This guy right here.
Yeah, Mark was one of them for sure. But go get yours, guys. They're on ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. The brand new shirt. It's up there. It looks sweet. So 20%. Get it now because it's 20% off. So it's the best time to get it. So, but yeah, Finjuice on. They hyped the tag match with the Good Brothers. Getting that ready for Rebellion. And then the big press conference. This was the big one. Who wants to kick this? Jaybone, you're a little quiet today. Did you catch the press conference?
Well, why weren't we invited?
That's what I want. Okay.
I know.
Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry. We cut Jay off. Go ahead.
I was listening to it while I was driving, just driving like a madman through from one end of the town to the other, trying to get home for it. Yeah, so I probably missed parts, but I had it playing actually in the speakers of my car. So I heard it. I didn't see all of it, but I heard it. You know, I glance at my phone every once in a while.
Why weren't we invited, though? Good question. Because there was some random dude, some guy who could not pronounce the last name Omega properly. Mike Johnson sent a question in. A guy who's done nothing but bury Impact at half the time, and then half the time he kissed their ass.
Hold on, we've got Kevin Martin in the chat, so there's somebody in chat who can answer to us for this
Kevin
right
Martin.
now.
Longer version of it. But we're not there either.
Yeah, we weren't invited to that either.
It's lost in the mail, I believe. I asked them during the co-stream.
Here's what I gotta say: we get the guests. This is them doing this. They sent us the guests, the plugs, the merchandise. We got them all in the damn chat. They're listening, and we don't get on the press conference. How is this possible? I don't even know who the other two guys were that they showed. I don't know those guys got.
I'm gonna watch all 42 minutes of it, and I will note everybody that's in there.
Yes, please.
We'll see. We'll see what it gets to. If we start getting like those guys that talk about percentages, we got beef.
We got major problems. That's the case.
If there was a 73% chance of Kenny Omega winning,
oh my God! If we got that and we're not in this, unbelievable. I'm out.
Steiner math or nothing.
I'm out if that's the case. Yeah, watch the whole thing, Bill. Let me know. I'm curious. But Jerry Lynn was there, by the way. Jerry Lynn, Tony Khan, Kenny Omega is not there to start, but on the Impact side, it's Rich Swann and Scott D'Amore, Josh Matthews is hosting it, and they're reading the questions. And out of nowhere, Kenny comes out to music with Don.
That's awesome.
Kenny walks in later on, but I like Jerry Lynn was on. It was kind of cool to see Jerry. But Kenny comes out, and then they go through some of the questions, and then Kenny takes the mic and starts belittling Rich Swann, basically. Put himself over belittling Rich Swann. Rich didn't get to say anything, which I didn't like.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Kenny came off as the biggest heel. Dude, you have to hate his guts now. This is perfect.
I mean, yeah, so he calls up Rich, and he says, well, let's shake on it at the end, and he slaps him, and they brawl, and we go off with the brawl. I wanted Rich to say something, though. I feel like he should have said something.
This is perfect. This was perfect. Kenny looks like the biggest piece of shit, and Rich looks like just the noble hero. I mean, I'm an Omega fan first, actually, but this was great. I think they're playing Rich perfect, dude. We know he can get out. Like, they're building Rich to be a credible threat when no one thought. I'm loving this personally. I liked it a lot. Kenny came out like that cocky, like Flair NWA heel, just the wheeling and dealing, like styling and profiling, like suit. You look like you shop at the bargain bin at Target, man. This was classic shit. Loved it.
Okay.
That son of a bitch.
Yes, dude. No. Kenny seems like a fucker, and I love Kenny Omega.
No, but listen, here's my one thing I gotta say though. There's always an air of like goofiness to it though. There's always like the wink and the nod of like, this is a little goofy, isn't it? Like when Flair did shit like
silly.
Like I'm
it's
so
just
silly.
Omega. But I think it's just him.
But that takes away. Like, he's trying to be serious, but there's still that like wink. We're being goofy. Like it's like there's this goofy tone. There's like a silliness to it.
I didn't get that.
I always get that from him. Like he's always trying to be sarcastic and a little bit of silliness. Like there's always an inside joke to everything, and that's a lot of these guys' humor too. Like their BTE show, like it's always an inside joke stuff. And
I didn't get that here though at all. I agree with you, but I got zero of that here.
I felt it here too. I felt like it's Kenny. Like he's like, look, I'm going to be serious right now. Like I'm going to try to be serious. Check this out. That's all. It always comes off to me with him like that. And maybe I'm in the minority on this, but I don't know. I mean, Bill, I'll kick it to you first. Am I wrong on this?
I think for this one, you might be. Because this one, I feel, because I think you just take them not seriously. Because this was a serious, and it was a good promo by Kenny.
I thought so too.
Kenny did a good job here. This was as good. Like, honestly, I can't say I've seen him do a good AEW promo, but I think they don't have him do promos for the most part. Yeah. But it's like this is a quality since New Japan, like a couple years ago, New Japan type promo.
Yes.
So this was a good promo, but it was, I'd say this was serious. Now, I think you're just used to him kidding around so much, you may not be taking him seriously. But this was like, yeah. Like,
the gaslighting.
Did he take a jab at like shopping at Target? Yeah, was that jokey? I think it was more of a put down than anything else.
Yeah, I thought he was really being serious. It felt like an old Bullet Club promo when he took over.
I'll tell you what. Here's something how I look at it. Right, a guy like Flair, for example, would end that line. And look, and this might sound nitpicky, but there's a psychology to it. Flair would not bring it down to saying Target or Kmart.
Yeah, I think that's what stuck out to you.
He would say something like, "Looks like you got your thing from the bargain bin," and that's enough. Mm-hmm. When you put it to Target, it's like a very specific thing. It's a very specific, like,
at least say Target.
Yeah, Trent's a Target shopper, confirmed.
Who isn't a Target shopper? Give me a break.
Hey, buddy, settle down, man. Hey, I like Target too.
You have kids. I know you shop at Target, man.
Don't take it personal, dude. Don't take it personal.
I know. I think we might have to give it to the man, the myth, the legend. I think Kenny Omega just put a machine gun on Trent by ripping Target.
Damn, Trent, cut your own video feed. Just cut it off. No, you need to cut your own video. I'm saying.
Oh, my
machine gun by Kenny. You just got machine gun by Kenny on your own show.
I am a
Is
sucker.
Sammy Callahan here somewhere?
I am a sucker for when like we would do the machine gun and then you come back and Jaybone's already like dead, like on the camera back. Cool. No, listen, I don't know why. It just he always comes off like there's the wink and a nod and everything. That's just how it feels to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Alicia, you with me on this? Or are you still?
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. I feel like Alicia gets me where I'm coming from on when it comes to the AEW.
Because it always comes down to this. It's that we're dealing with people who are marks for it and are fully aware of everything that they've done in the past and what's going on in the future. Whereas we're like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, who's this chump? Like,
yeah.
And we just don't know. Like, so I'm sure if I were in their positions, I would have a different stance on it. But because, like, I'm not like it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I like wrestling simulations comment.
That Trent's wrong.
Yeah.
Ever the contrarian, man. That's what I'm doing for here. But like I said, I may have felt a little different if there was a balance. If even if Scott got to say something, but I was like, this became so beyond one-sided
Yeah.
But I will say this: as much as I don't like Mike Johnson, I think he's a goof. His question was pretty good. If that really was his question, addressing Don Callis and if he's going to play both sides, this and that. I'm like, yeah, that's probably a bad question.
Well, and we've been saying that for a while too. It's like, at some point, does Callis oppose Scott D'Amore? I'm not saying in a match. I'm just saying, do the two EVP figureheads of Impact Wrestling clash at some point? Because up to this point, they've been on the same page pretty much, but they haven't been, featured together much. Because Callis has been so much on AEW. Now he's coming out as a mentor, manager for the Young Bucks because they turned heel. It's all over the place. It's crazy.
It can go a lot of different ways. I think. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'd like a little more clarity on that. But that was a good question. Maybe we'll get some answers at Rebellion. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they guaranteed us we'd get a decision, so I was happy about that. That was guaranteed from both sides. Like, I like how Khan would say something and then D'Amore would reiterate it, and then D'Amore would say something, and so proving that like we're going to get a decision.
We are
because if they false finished this or like did some cheesy wonky stuff, I think there would be like no forgiveness. It would just be they would get butchered. So, and Khan's not looking to drop the ball after Revolution, so it's going to be big.
I like how Jerry Lynn.
I'm firm, but I'm fair.
I like how Jerry's Khan's muscle, basically, like nice guy Jerry Lynn,
right?
Just in there smug, and like mean,
just well respected Jerry Lynn who can just make peace with anyone.
I'm like, come on, nice guy Jerry. Are you really that mad, or are you just smugging for the camera? We have seen heel Jerry on Throwback, by the way, too.
Yes.
So, which, by the way, guys, we do a Throwback show every Tuesday now for the old NWA TNA show. So catch us on that right here on this channel too. So if you like the old stuff.
Episode 65 next week.
Next
week.
Sure watch it. But that's it. We went off the air with the brawl. That was it, right? That was nothing. After the brawl, we went off the air. And then, so Bill, you were saying there's a 42-minute version online?
Yeah, Kevin said it on the YouTube. So I will have to check that out, which makes a little more sense because there was it was a pretty clean what they aired. But there was one question after Don got there and he's like, that's enough of all these questions.
Yeah, that was it. I was like, wait, what? I was like, one question. That's enough. I've spoken enough. I was like, you have?
Yeah, because I know they even put it out in the chat. Like, he rage quit. He's like, ah. But it was a great promo by Don.
Don? Oh, yeah. Don is great. No question about it.
Don has been gold between his stuff with Impact and his stuff with AEW, which I cover over on Smash's podcast, by the way. It's been absolutely gold. The way he just pulls the imaginary strings. He is the imaginary hand, just the invisible hand. It's just moving all the pieces on the board.
Don's awesome.
He's awesome, man. We went off the air with that. That's it, guys. So check out the bonus content of the press conference. I want to check that out too, and maybe they'll get some more answers. We'll see if we get more on that. But that's it. We went off the air with that. That's the show. That's April 15th, 2021.
We have one more piece of news.
We do. Wow.
Actually, that I forgot about.
Good.
It was announced, and we did cover this on Tuesday, though, that Impact Plus will no longer be available on Fight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So if you subscribe like I do to Impact Plus through Fight TV, as of next Thursday, you will no longer have access through Fight. You will have to go through Impact Plus app. They sent out an email with a 2-month free code to go and switch your membership. However, it doesn't work. I myself have been trying, and I have seen it confirmed online from others. So if anyone from Fight or Impact Plus is watching, the codes don't work, so we can't switch over. So now I have no Impact Plus. So good luck, everybody.
You're totally done? Like you have nothing?
I have nothing right now. Good luck, everybody.
Oh, God.
I have Fight until Thursday next week, so I'll watch the Throwback for sure. But if you are a Fight subscriber, you're going to need to figure something else out.
Oof.
See, it's just to piggyback off of that.
In the chat,
someone bought Fight.
Yeah.
So I think that has something to do with it. There's probably some transitions going on. I mean,
I see some more confirmations in the chat though of it not working for them either. It's just not working. It's just typical Impact Plus app. Nothing's working. So
somebody bought Fight? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Triller. A company called Triller bought Fight.
Triller,
Really?
that's it.
Triller, yeah. Not Thriller, but Triller.
This is Triller. Okay, no. All right.
Oh yeah, that was the last bit of news I wanted to get in because
Good
that is
call.
like a significant piece of news. A lot of people use Fight to watch Impact Plus in light of issues technical with Impact Plus in the last years, myself included. I'm not going to stop talking about it because I have no idea how I'm going to watch these specials. So we'll see.
We'll figure something out, man.
Yep.
Shit. All right.
Good luck, everybody.
Hopefully it kicks in by next week and we're good.
Well, yeah. Start tagging Impact and the apps accounts and
I do
get them aware of it now.
email them. Yeah, make noise
Yeah,
because
hit
we
them.
keep saying maybe it'll be okay next week, but we're on week 64 now. So, let's keep it up. Keep the pressure up. This app needs to get fixed.
Mine was down. Mine was down last week, and I tweeted out, and it caught a lot of fire, and it did get fixed and fine for me to do throwback. So it does work, and they sent me an email and everything. So it does work. If yours isn't working, definitely
One at a time. Let's go. Every email, if they can fix us one at a time, we'll keep them busy for the next year.
If you're still having issues, obviously, definitely don't let up. So find that out. But that's it, guys. That's Impact. Anything else? I got the last bit of news in there. So Rebellion is on the 25th, about 2 weeks away.
Oh, in the celebration, they've been announcing a bunch of new guests.
Sammy's now part of it, I guess. Now,
Rosemary, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Should be good.
Bill, what's the cost again at Celebration?
The cost, I believe, is $110.
And you get a ton of stuff with that.
Yeah, you get the Rebellion T-shirt. You get the swatches like that from the canvas. Obviously, you get the Zoom call. I'm pulling up my one here. Let's see.
You get a Zoom call. You get a bunch of basically everything pays for itself and then some. You get the gift certificate, all sorts of stuff, right?
Yeah, because I'm just seeing because everyone's a little different, so I wasn't sure exactly everything that's on this one.
So yeah, you're getting. I know the merch alone pays for everything, so you get a ton of stuff.
Yeah, and it's a 2 hours a day of. There'll probably be news breaking there. Obviously, it's hosted by our good friend Gia Miller.
Nice. There you go.
So yeah, 110. That is confirmed. And I'm just seeing if there was, but yeah, a lot of new announcements. So it's going to be loaded with a lot of talent. You get that T-shirt, you get the autograph. So it definitely worth doing. I know a lot of people. This is the third one have done them, and it's like as close as you can get to being there. Which hopefully, maybe this is the last major pay-per-view before maybe we see some changes.
Hopefully, man. Then that's the day of, right? That's the morning of.
It's the day of. It's I believe 11 Eastern.
It's early morning. These guys gotta get to work. So early morning Sunday, the 25th. So yeah, get your order. I think there's only a few spots left, so get those now because we want to be a part of it. That's gonna sell out. And then pre-order on Fight. Get it ready to go. And that's gonna be it, man. So let's get our plugs in here. Start wrapping this up. Alicia, where can people follow you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter under the handle Alicia BKK.
There you go. Bill, you've been gone for weeks. I'm sure there's 1,000 new pictures. Where can we potentially see those?
You can potentially see those on the well, I'll be on the Instagram, which is the same as the Twitter. That's at my name, at William M. Gardner. That's GARDNER. And I get mocked here. People don't believe this. I have a nice folder with all these photos. They're just waiting. They're waiting to be seen. I was busy. I did 15 shows. I don't have time to post pictures.
And that was in 24 hours.
Well, no, not 24 hours. That was Tuesday through Sunday. So
did you
drive down there? Did you rent a car?
I
go to all these?
Flew and rented a car, but there was some driving the first couple of days, but that was only like one show days. But then in like Tampa during the collective, that was 4 shows a day for 3 days, but all at the same venue.
That's the same venue. Okay.
That's a long day of shows, though. My gosh,
a lot going on.
Yeah, especially like outdoors with that Florida heat.
Oof. Yeah,
that's like those 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. shows. Tough.
You're wearing a moose vest, I'm sure. That's hot.
Oh, the first day I was wearing like a jacket vest, and I think into the second day for the morning show I was wearing it. Then like halfway through, I'm like, I can't do it. I treated it like the that infamous Knockouts Knockdown. That was the matinee show down in Florida, and I was just wearing my gray T-shirt. It was like a brutally hot day outside, and it was like, I know it's a women's show, no EC3, so the jacket was off. So I was like, that was like, I'm going solo. I'm like, no way, going light. So that's what happened.
Bill, I saw another thread of people asking who you were on one of the Impact groups. I'm sure you saw that. Another one of like, hey, because they were talking about the other dude getting in the Hall of Fame. People started talking about an Impact fan one, and you came up and you're like, I heard he's a press guy. I heard he works for the press, or I heard he works for the company. All like the assumptions about you are great, but then there were some people who chimed in like, no, he's a host on TNI. Go check it out. You can get all the answers you want. So,
there you go.
But there were people who were like who didn't know, and they were like, oh, I think he's with the press, and he travels with them and covers the show for some newspaper. Or this. The assumptions were great, but then somebody had posted a photo of you in EC3 where you had the jacket on. He's pointing at you.
Oh yeah, that was a. I remember that because that was the one night only pay-per-view they did in Bethlehem. Like at one of those tapings, like right pretty soon when I got the jacket, and it was like a what culture like WTF moments of the show, and that was one of them. It's like, what's going on here?
I'm telling you, man, they come every now and then on those Impact groups. There's like the thread about Bill, like who's that guy in the front row, and then like the people who know you start like, I'm sure you see the tags. They'll start tagging you, and your name comes up, and but what they think he does, like, oh, I heard he works for a dirt sheet, or he's a writer, or he's for the company.
No, I never worked for the company. Technically, I did cover high school sports for a newspaper. So I did a little writing there, but that's never professional wrestling.
Nice, very cool.
And that was just part time.
Nice.
Something about he's also part alien. No,
alien.
Cut his mic. All right, I'm gonna go to you last. All right, Mark, we're gonna call you.
Oh yeah, I'm easy. Mark World Order, MARKQ World Order on Twitter.
Nice, Jaybone. Get all your plugs in. You're doing weird timings now. You got personal stuff going on. You're podcasting at 7 a.m. I'm getting notifications waking me up. Jaybone's talking about Sean Spears a lot or something at 7 in the morning. I'm like, oh fuck, what the hell's going on here? What's going on here, Jaybone?
Because the podcast is dynamite. No, you can find me over in that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast, where we're smashing all things wrestling. Yeah, the schedule's a little wonky. I got some family stuff going on. So, yeah, just bear with me on that. I'm trying to keep up with some stuff. But and I'm also trying to stay on here as well. So I'm going to miss a few shows here and there, but it's all for the greater good. You can find that over on YouTube and Twitch and all the socials, the Facebook, the Twitter box, and the Instanet. And for the bone on the go, the audio portion of Smash This Podcast, you can find it over at anchor.fm/Smash This Podcast.
Very nice. Guys, you can get me at Transberry on Twitter. Also the show at We Talk Impact, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Just type in Total Nonstop Impact. It comes right up. Audio for the show, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe, guys. Twitch.tv/Total Nonstop Impact. You get a free subscription with Amazon Prime every month. So if you have a Amazon Prime, use your free sub to TNI. Don't forget to also check out ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. The sale is on. Promo code Spring Fling, 20% off. Get the new Owl and Mike t-shirt designed by One of the Dead. YouTube.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Discord group link is in the chat. It's the show after the show, so the chat continues in the Discord. Mark's usually in there stirring some shit up. Everybody pops in and out. There's always something going on. And then Twitter also, like I mentioned, Twitter is a big place for us. It's our big interactive spot. Twitter.com/at We Talk Impact, or just type in We Talk Impact on Twitter. I think that's all the plugs. Like, I'm missing anything? Is that everything?
That's it. The sale.
TNI UK boys.
Yep. I'm gonna get the plug. The show schedule, guys. Show schedule is as follows now. So Tuesday is throwbacks now. Move to throwback. Next week is number 65 NWA TNA. So your plus is working. Watch that. UK boys have moved to Wednesday now. They are a Wednesday show. Because of the day change in Impact, they're going to be a preview to Impact now, which is great because now it's a lead-in show now, which is awesome. So they'll
the
break
BTI of TNI.
Basically, they're going to talk last week's real quick, and then they'll lead in the following the current week's one. So you have the UK boys doing it on Wednesday, Bison Joe and Steve, who did a great job with last week with another live episode, and then joining us for Hardcore Justice. So they're going to be doing Wednesdays, and then Thursday is the post show. Every Thursday after Impact goes off the air, we're here for TNI. So check that out. It's 3 shows a week, all on all the platforms, guys. Go check that out. Be sure to subscribe, share it around. If you're in groups, share the links around for all the shows. We put them all up. Definitely get the word out. We're here. We're doing this. Let people know to come join it. If you see Impact haters, Impact doubters, send them a link to this. Just throw this link on their Twitter thread. We're gonna check this out. You gotta check these guys out. So do that and be a part of the fun, guys. But that's it, right? Anything else?
Iceman next Tuesday. That's
Iceman.
Iceman next Tuesday. Big thank you again to Truck for joining it, Bill, in the watch along today, and just doing everything he does for us. So, Truck, thank you very much.
We have had the coolest configurations because we have such a reliable crew of hosts. Like, can we just give a shout out to all the different fill-ins and amalgamations of the UK and USA crew, and a 2-man on Tuesday, Truck and Bill on the watch along.
Sure.
Last week, Alicia, Trent, and Bill without me and Jaybone. I mean, this has been a wild week, and everyone's been awesome, and it's been fun to tune in as a listener again on audio and listen to Saturday's Hardcore Justice review, which had both shows together, and I wasn't on. It was awesome. If you haven't listened to Hardcore Justice review, go give it a listen. It was a lot of fun.
It was fun. I really enjoyed doing that. It was a lot of fun. So go check that out, guys. If you missed it, check that out. And I think that does it for us. So, yeah, everybody have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay warm, stay cool, whatever you need to do. We'll be back here Tuesday night for NWA TNA number 65 on Throwback Show, UK on Wednesday, and right back here a week from today for TNI on Access, or not TNI Access TV, but TNI for Impact on Access TV.
Moving on up.
New hashtag, get it trending.
Maybe TNI and Access TV. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Have a great night, everybody. Good night.